Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 8 of Humankind, where we are still working through the tutorial, although I think I've got most of the basics of the game now. So I think the next thing to look at, and this is something that sort of came about in the last video, is the potential to go to war, because we seem to be having a little bit of trouble with our neighbour. Now I don't know what his military strength is like. He certainly has a few units. We can see what they are actually by clicking on them directly. He has some Javelineers. They have, so they're ranged, they have health regeneration, that's probably because they're in their own territory, 27 combat strength. How does that compare with my swordsman? Swordsman only 26, so he's quite strong. So we might need to beat him on numbers. Now, one thing that I do find very interesting on this game compared to something like, say, Civilization, where if you've got the money and the production, you can just literally keep spitting out military units. There is technically a cap to that in Civilization. Many people don't realise it. I don't know if it still exists in Civilization 6, actually, but it definitely does in 5. There is an actual cap. I can't remember if it's a hard cap or a soft cap, but there is an actual cap to the number of military units you can have based on the number of cities you have, because I ran into it when I did my Venice single city challenge, and once you start going over that cap, the amount of unit maintenance that you pay is astronomical. So I'm going off on a tangent here, but what I'm basically trying to say is, although there are ways to build up a big army, you can't really do it in Humankind, because most units that you produce actually cost you population from one of your cities, and if you keep losing units in a war, not only are you losing the money or the production you spent on that unit, but you're also losing population, which means your cities are going to have fewer people to work the tiles, and therefore you're going to make less money, less production, less food overall. So it's quite an interesting concept, really. Let's end this turn. We definitely need to get a few more militaristic units. Because this is the first time I've played this, I've never actually entered into a war, so I really have no idea how things are going to work out with the AI here. He's moving into my territory here, so we may have to consider the possibility of a good kicking. He has moved back. This unit was trying to heal up, but we really need to... we've got some unit veterancy here. We really need to get this guy sort of back into, an area where he's useful to fight. Down there, he's pretty much good for nothing. We've got a couple of swordsmen here. We've also got a couple of scouts. Scouts are not great, especially against a 4-stack. I really do want to go and attack this guy. I just honestly don't know how many other units he's got, and... yeah, we need to be a little bit careful. There is another unit over there, which I think is the only other one that I can see currently. We'll work that out. You can stay here for now. I just want you on his borders, basically, just so we can run in. Maybe we'd be better off... I don't know, we've got to kind of stay on the outside. We could go round over here. That's probably the quickest way in. And that'll give the army something to do while this army heals up and moves into position. We need some more units. Let's have a look at what our population is. We've got 9 at Memphis. We've got 14 at Thebes. So if we're going to get any extra units somewhere else, Thebes is probably the place to do it. We can buy units. What could we get that would be really strong for us? We've got chariots. Chariots only have 22. We don't have any amazingly strong units. Swordsmen are definitely our strongest. The Markabata are pretty strong. What's our tech that we're currently working on? We're working on Conquest, which gives us games. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. After Conquest, we can go on Imperial Power. I'm just trying to see if there's any other units that we could potentially get that could be useful for us. War Elephant is probably what we want to go for. And we get Horsemen as well. War Elephants be strong. 31. Receives a bonus to combat strength if attacking non-adjacent enemies. I think we just go into mounted warfare. We even take Conquest off and just go straight into mounted warfare. Get that done as quickly as possible. Get ourselves some war elephants. Auckland's population is up and down and all over the place, which we kind of knew about. Yeah, let's move you into position up here. These guys, I don't think can get... Can they get to me that way? Yes, they can. So we can go down this way. That's fine. Yeah, we need to bring the army in here. It's a heck of a trek for these guys because they've got to go a really long way around, unfortunately, to get to there because they're sort of downhill at the moment. Memphis has finished whatever it was working on, which was barracks. Is there anything here that we want to work on at Memphis? Our construction isn't great. We could get a forge. We do have maker's quarters, so we'd probably get a fair bit from doing this. So we're currently getting industry per worker is 7. 120 industry. Let's go ahead and work on that. We could just buy it out, but if I'm going to go to war, I'd prefer to save a little bit of money just so that we've got the ability to buy some units if need be. Memphis has gained a population. We've got a grievance available.
Pleased to make
that is you. What's going on here? No, I don't want that. I mean, I could take that city from them. I could take the city from them, but I really don't need to. How are things going on here? With the, oh, there's one converting to my... Well, that is... These are Maya, aren't they? So as long as it's not one of my cities converting, I'm not that bothered. All of mine seem reasonably safe at the moment. Are there any civics that we want to go for that would possibly help our... We've got conscript... Oh, you can cancel them as well. So I think at the moment we're potentially okay. I don't think we need to change any of these. We do have a decent amount of influence, which means we might want to put some of our cities together. Which is the one that's constantly losing population at the moment? It's Ucklaimed. I think we should go ahead and attach this to Memphis. We can probably get a few more attached up as well. Are you attached to Thebes? You are not. Or do we want to attach you to Carthage? No, Bede will be attached to Carthage. Let's help Carthage a little bit by attaching this one. Oh, that's really cheap. Why was that so cheap? So what if we want to attach this to Carthage as well? Yeah, that's pretty much more expensive. That's given us an era star though, so we'll take that. And then we do have a couple of outposts that aren't linked to anything, but we will do that with them. Okay, so that will be Carthage a little bit stronger now. It'll have some extra population. Let's keep getting our armies moved into place. I can see we've got some sort of decision to make here. A schism is in the heart. Followers of the Empire's religion continue to grow, but within the temples and holy places tensions brew. Sadly, the blossoming interpretations of religious tenets is leading to schisms in worshippers' place. As worshippers place more or less import on different rules. It speaks to a wider question of how other entire religions should be seen. Is religious harmony something to aspire to, or a question that should even be raised? So it's basically a new civic, which will allow us to move either closer towards world or closer towards homeland. We can have open-minded. Which gives us +5 influence on territories that follow your state religion. Or we can have... I'm actually pretty much... this one gives us religion. I'm actually... Oh, adds a new grievance against empires with a different state religion. I'd like the extra influence, please.
It all sounds well and good. Until they start worshipping delivery services and bank accounts.
Can't afford to do those. That's fine, though. 179 per turn now. That's pretty decent amount. You... So you could reach down there if you wanted to. You can also reach down here if you wanted to. So I think either way you've got to move on to this tile. So that's probably the best tile for you to stand on. They are going to get absolutely destroyed if they do get attacked though. So I don't really want to go much further than that. Thebes is... Not Thebes. Yes, Thebes. Thebes is still working on... Nope, nothing in the construction queue here. You have finished the watermill. We don't have the war elephants yet. We need 3 more turns for those. Do we want to get anything here that might be useful to us? Infrastructure. We don't have but there are some mountains around. Not a great deal. Food market. I don't think we've got any market quarters. Stability here is good. So no problems with that. We could definitely go ahead and get ourselves like another swordsman or something. So let's go and work on that. We are going to get another population in 2 turns. So that is fine. So let's start trying to build up a little bit of a force so we can hopefully deal with these guys. You're just going to go on station. Don't need you moving around at this point. Yeah, Memphis population has fallen now due to growth. Due to low food growth. Yeah, he's just moving this unit backwards and forwards, which is a little bit sort of like, that's suspicious. What are you doing? Osmosis event. Your civilization benefits from proximity to others. Does it really? New grievance available. That's against you. We could demand a city from them. How do they like me? It's just tolerance. I think we'll just renounce them for now. I'm about to go to war with one civilization. I don't really want to be going to war with 2 at the same time, especially as I've never done it before in this game. That seems like it's a little bit silly. Okay, let's get everyone to complete their movement. Now then, it was Memphis that lost population. Why is that? A lot of people in production. We could put another one here in food. And that should help speed things up a little. Do we want to do anything here to help with food? I mean, we could build another one of these things. We have just finished building the forge. So we could go ahead and grab another one of these and we can build... Why can't we build it? Oh yeah, because we're not adjacent to anything. We really can't get another one here. Oh, we could get one over here, I suppose. These tiles aren't amazing. Look at that one, though. That one would give us 24 food and 6 science. We can also get some down here as well. But yeah, it looks like that one is going to be the best one. So let's build it there. It's a little bit out of the way, but it's only a single turn. So that should help with some of the food issues. We've got this army. Yeah, I think you're just going to stay there as well for now. I've got this unit here. Do I want to move you first? I guess so. I mean, if I'm getting war elephants, the war elephants will be faster, I think. So they should be able to catch up. So that means you've now run out of things to do. Again, I think we could probably... +2 food on river could be useful. I think I'd like to get at least one more swordsman, so let's work on you. We do have some money. So let's go and make sure our population stays up here. That one is very expensive, but it's probably going to be worth it. Farm quarters, yeah. We'll do these ones. I want to make sure that my growth in this city stays pretty high. Because if I'm using this city to... how's my money? Money's alright. If I'm using this city to produce units, I want to make sure that I'm replacing that population as regularly as possible. Carthage. What are we doing here in Carthage? Population isn't great. You probably do need some growth. Don't really have any farmers' quarters yet. Granary gives us more farmers' slots. Do we have rivers here? There are rivers here, so let's go with that. It is 3 turns, but it will probably be worth it. Can we queue things up? Can we get a pottery workshop afterwards as well? Yes, we can. Didn't even realise that there was a construction queue built in. There's another osmosis event. Mounted warfare has now been researched. Excellent. So there's another era star. So that unit has been finished. So now we should be able to work on war elephants. Do we need any specific things for them? We do not. They take 2 population though, which is a real kick in the nuts. I guess that makes sense because they do have 2 wee fellas there on the back. So let's get ourselves a couple of war elephants. It's going to hurt the pop, but I think it'll be fine. we'll recover it. We need to have these units. Let's go and start getting them all together. And Memphis, you have finished building that. We do need to get some more influence, but we are working that way. Stability here is still good. I mean, I guess we could just work on the faith. Food on rivers. You don't have rivers, so not that useful for you. Is that going to be any use for us at all, not having any rivers? No, I doubt it. We could definitely get a food market. I'm not sure if we've got any market quarters here, but let's just get one in there. So now we need to start on a new tech. Let's go finish Conquest off, because we were working on that before. How are things going on with our society? It looks like a few are all going to pop over to Carthaginians, which is pretty good. Take us a little while to get those elephants and get them into position, but I think that'll be fine. Memphis and Carthage have both gained population. That's cool. A new grievance. It's you again. I could ask for this one. I'd sooner they be friendlier towards me before I risk it. I'm just going to keep renouncing them for now. We can go. I don't think they're our big threat. Looking at the scores, they are in 3rd place. So they are slightly stronger than the one in 4th. I've moved up to 1st now, actually. So currently in 1st place on Fame, which is how you win this game generally. I think there are other victory conditions, but I think that's the main way of doing it. So we've got an idle army here. These guys can get promoted. What do you get promoted to? You get promoted to horseman, but only if we have horses. I do not have horses. I have 1 horses. Can I get more horses? Trade. Can I buy your horses? Okay, so now we do have more horses. Not as many as I need. Where did that unit go? Not this one. This is War Elephant. So you hop your way over there. So yeah, I'm going to upgrade this one because this one's got veterancy on it. So it makes more sense to upgrade that one. We can do this one as well, apparently. Okay, so that's both of those done. There is another army here. I guess I can't do these because I don't have enough horses. Apparently, oh no, these ones upgrade to. These upgrade to horsemen. So these units are pretty decent against them actually, unless they've got another tech while I wasn't watching and upgraded their units. They have not. Your shorter unit, which is fine because it's this unit here. Still not entirely certain I could take them at this point. You are going to wait for the next war elephant, so I'm just going to get you to skip the turn. And that's another tech done. So we could go into... Well, there's lots of things we could go into. There's a lot of stuff we haven't done. Sailing is 0 turns, so just click on it and we automatically get it. And that gives us an era score as well, whoop-de-doo. Fortifications. Trade expeditions. This will give us transport galleys. Money on main plaza. That could be useful. 2 turns. Let's go for that. Now, we should be able to pick another era. Yeah, brilliant. I don't want to pick it now, and the reason for that is because at the moment, as Carthage, I can build these Kothons, and I won't be able to do that after I change. And I might want to build another one down here near Thebes or something. So let's just go and have a look. How much are they to buy out? Yeah, 900 gold. That is not a good thing. Are there any... Yeah, 31 food and 12 production would be an amazing place to get one. So I'm going to go and queue that up before we change things over. Let's go and end the turn. The war elephant is now done. So we'll move the war elephant over here. There we go. Now we've got a bit of a stonking army now. Is that the entire army selected? Yes, it is, and we've still got some movement. So let's start moving over in this direction with you. I guess will be decent enough. And yeah, you guys. And that was, we've already done that on this turn, haven't we? No, you guys do have movement. You should be able to merge up. Yeah, that's great. Carthage, you're not working on anything at the moment. You could do with some stability. So let's go ahead and get you a public fountain. That should solve that problem. Memphis, I don't think we need another one of these. I don't think there's anywhere that'll get us something decent. I don't know, 25... Yeah, 25 food, 12 industry, and 2 gold, I think that was. So for one more turn, it's worth doing. We've got a new civic here, Wealth of the Faithless. The Empire stands for tolerance and religious freedom. Faiths of many denominations are welcome here. However, now that your own religion is stronger than ever, with 2 holy sites found across the land, you have the power to decide if minorities of other faiths should be subject to taxes for peaceful coexistence. So this allows us to move either closer to authority or closer to liberty. We can get 10 money on territories if territories follow a foreign religion, or 1 stability on territories if they follow a foreign religion. I don't think many of our territories are following foreign religions at the moment, so it's probably not worth spending much on it, if that makes sense. Not worth spending the influence. All of our territories do follow our religion, the majority of, so it's not worth changing it. Do we get another tenant at this point? We do not. That's fine. So let's just get rid of the religion screen here for a second. So this Kothon is going to finish on the next turn. So is that Kothon. Then we'll switch over to our new culture.
Isn't a sign of greed. It's a sign of wise investing.
So there's trade expeditions research. That's all good. We've discovered a wonder type thing. Population gain. May ask for reparations.
I'd like to see you again.
You again. Let's keep renouncing.
My people might forgive me if I let you go.
My war support is going up and theirs is going down and down. So then they're not likely to declare or be able to declare war on me. At least I think that's how it works. So now we've got 2 cities doing nothing. Before we do anything, let's change things over. So we could go for Transcendence on Carthage, which would give us an additional 10% fame bonus multiplier, or we could switch to one of the other ones. So what options do we have? Norseman would give us... So this thing here in this little trapezoid, this is the legacy trait. And this, you always get to keep this whenever you select a civilization or a culture. So if I were to select Norseman, I would keep Stormborn until the rest of the game. I've already got the one from the Carthaginians. This isn't the normal Carthaginian one. This is just because if we chose to transcend. So you can see the 2 I've got here. Grand Planners from the first one that I chose. Can't even remember who it was now. Who gets 1 industry on tiles, producing industry, and a 10% reduction on industry cost. And then from Carthage, we get minus 25% gold cost on all constructible buyouts. So yeah, we'll get our 3rd one now. So I don't necessarily want to transcend Carthage. So let's see what options we've got here. We've got the Aztecs. We could get +2 land movement speed on units and a minus 20% unit industry cost. That'd be really nice. They get a sacrificial altar, which is a... is that a district? It looks like a district that actually gives us faith, stability, and influence per adjacent district. Unlock sacrifice population, which will celebrating status. I think that gives you more influence again. And Jaguar Warriors, which could be really nice. 33 combat strength there. We've got the Byzantines. Money per alliance on all cities. We've got Hippodromus, which would give us money per horses. We don't have a lot of horses, and that would give us these Varagian guards. They've got a lot of strength, those are. They do need quite a bit of iron with the look of things. We've got the Franks, plus 10% influence. That's quite nice. They've got scriptoriums that give faith, science, influence per adjacent district, researcher slots. And they get Francimilites, which are basically knights. They have a heck of a resource cost. 2 horses, 2 iron. Nice units, though. We've got the Ghanaians, so that gives us money per number of access to luxury resources. There's a luxuries market, so money on trade routes, basically, and market quarters. They get the Mayorists, so basically camel riders. They've got quite nice stats as well. We've got the Teutons, money per state religion followers, and science per state religion followers. They get the Kaiserdom, so again, that's faith and influence. Counts as a market quarter as well. They get the Teutonic Knights, again, another knight unit that uses 2 horses and 2 iron. We've got the Khmer, industry on makers' quarters. That'd be nice. They get berets, industry per population, food, industry per adjacent river. That's nice. And they also get war elephants, even stronger ones with ballistas. Oh, I'm going for the Khmer. I'm not even going to look. Well, let's look at the others. We've got the English. So basically, food for attached territories, strongholds, and longbowmen. So nice, good ranged unit with a range of 4. Heck. Mongols gives us 100% ransack gains. Orders automatically upgrades outposts, but they can't attach them to cities, and they get Mongol hordes. And then we've got the Umayyads, who get science, a grand mosque that gives them science, and faith, and research slots, and they get the Harras, which again are a horse unit, a cavalry unit, but needs 3 horses. Now, I am definitely going for the Khmer. Industry on makers' quarters, I've got quite a lot of. Industry and food, they do hurt our stability a little bit, but I think that is fine. Let's go for it. I was expecting some sort of thing to pop there. It'll probably be on the next turn. So we could go ahead and... Apparently I can build these. Are these just the normal war elephants? Yeah, they are. Oh, I need to unlock the tech first to get the unit. That is fine. Money on main plaza could be useful. Oh, I don't think it counts yet. It doesn't count till the next turn anyway. So that's fine. Let's go ahead and just get another Obelisk of the Gods. They're well worth it because you get stability anyway. Not necessarily. And these count as... what's the word I'm looking for? These count as global projects that you can build with multiple cities. So we can actually get Thebes to work on that at the same time, bring it down to 2 turns. We need to pick our next tech. Craftsmanship would be 3 turns. Give us artisan workshops. Industry on makers' quarters per adjacent makers' quarters. That's worth getting anyway, because again, I've got a few of those next to each other. So let's go for that. We'll end the turn.
Wisdom and technical innovation from earlier eras bring humankind new knowledge, and we immediately use it to find new ways to kill each other off. Greater empires build more powerful armies, but brute strength may be defeated by superior innovations. It is brains versus brawn, with ever richer cities as tempting spoils for the victor. For innovation and brute strength, the Khmer present you with sophisticated hydraulic engineering and ballista-equipped elephants. I like it.
I like it as well. Ballista-equipped elephant sounds amazing. And we can already see here that we've got some of our districts updating. A new wonder can be claimed. Yes, we need to have a look at wonders as well. We're gaining some population, more population gains. Let's close this. We are a builder civilization or culture here. So we can convert money and science into industry if we need to. Let's just have a quick look and see how things are changing up for us. How did I can't even remember what button there we go. Wanted to know what button that was. It's always nice to take a screenshot of this for the thumbnail. But yeah, that's the graphics are ever changing. Excellent. Right, so now we've started to get some units. We'll be able to use those to go to war. Let's have a look at the Unclaimed Wonders. We've got Anglewat, another one that Marbazir swears by. Exploits all resources. 1 food per faith. Plus 20 faith. Plus 40 stability. Nice. That's quite good. The Forbidden City, plus 25 war support increased when going to war. Also plus 20 stability. Notre Dame is faith again. That's faith per research technology. Toraiji is faith stability. 20 turns before being converted on another region's religion on city or outpost district. So basically 20% takes 20% longer for one of our own cities to be converted by somebody else. We could even build the older Alexandra lighthouse, but I'm not sure it's necessarily needed at this point. It might be worth just getting one of the new ones. Looks like I'm one of the first ones in there. One food per faith is really nice with the sound of things. Let's go ahead and claim it. Oh, 1,000. 1,000 influence. We're not going to build that straight away, and we do need to get all of these other little zones marked up. We can pick a new religious tenet. So our first one was food. Our second was influence. I mean, we can still do the same again. Influence per commons quarter. Land movement on units. Plus 1 maximum number of holy sites. Minus 10% on unit industry cost. I mean, that could be useful if we are going to start going to war. Or we can get 15% industry on the main plazas, plus 1 maximum number of holy sites. Industry's not been a problem. Let's get something that will actually help our armies a little bit and give us a bit of extra movement. Especially as we are thinking about going to war. So that's that done. What's all of this green stuff that's just appeared here? Something new on the minimap that I'm not familiar with. But it's not telling me what that is. That's the hex grid. That shows you where all of our quarters are. That's fine then. Let's have another quick look at this and just see how things are going. Everything looks like it's still converting over our way. So we're getting very, very influential over all of our neighbours here. There's still 3 other civilizations we are yet to meet. We have an army over here, which is our one that contains the war elephants. We can't upgrade these because we haven't got the... we can't upgrade them because we haven't got the... well, I haven't got the words. We haven't got the tech that we need to do it, and I don't think we've got the resources either. Have these guys upgraded any of their units? They have not. So I should be slightly stronger than them. I'm almost tempted to go in here and go for a war, but I might leave it until the next video. Always a good place to start. So you're going to skip a turn down here. We could start working on Angawat straight away. We could go and get one of these berets, which sound like they're worth having. We would lose stability, but stability here is good. We get a decent amount of production if we put it over here. Let me just check that again. Where are we? So 1 production per population plus 5 food. 2 industry per adjacent river. It's probably not as good down here because we don't... Oh, look at that though. Plus 31 production. Yes, please. And then we probably will start on Angawat. Let's go and build this one. We've built 2 of them down here. Let's go and build this one in a different city. And then Thebes, I'd like you to get one of these because you do have rivers. So you could potentially get one that is really good. Plus 21, plus 31 if we went and put it down here. 24. I wish that pop-up would not pop up when I'm trying to, like, see what's going on. Plus 10 food and 20 production. I think plus 8 food and 28 production is probably slightly better. Plus 6 food and 31 production. Let's go 8 food and 28 production. That seems like a more reasonable mix. And then after that, you can start working on Angawat 2. Carthage is not working on anything. You could work on Angawat, but again, you could also get one of these. 5 food... These pop-ups are really annoying when they overlap what you're trying to look at. 5 food and 16 production. I think 10 food and 19 production seems... No, 10 food and 22 production. So you're going to go right there. And then after that, you can work on anger watt as well. That'll really get the time down. What's this here? Learning from school classrooms to coffee houses to public plazas. This city is abuzz with the joy of creativity. Oh, so that's the adjacency bonus from science. But yeah, we're shrinking a little bit here. But I think everything's going to be alright. We've got decent money coming in. We've got decent influence coming in. We need to put some of these other outposts linked to the cities, but we will do that in the next video when we hopefully go to war. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope you are still enjoying Humankind. If you are, please do consider leaving a like or subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you next time, and until then, goodbye for now.